There's no shortage of new EV brands trying to take advantage of the increasing interest in electric vehicles, but this one has got to be one of the most interesting. It's called Polestar. You may not have heard of Polestar. It's effectively an electric car spin-off from Volvo. It's part owned by Volvo and part owned by Volvo's parent company, Geely. It's got its headquarters in Sweden and it's got a major manufacturing base in China. And this is the first Polestar on sale in Australia, called the Polestar 2. It's a little bit tricky to classify the Polestar 2 into a traditional car segment, mainly because it's a little bit different. It's not quite an SUV, but it rides a little bit higher than your average sedan. That said, not a sedan because it's got more of a hatchback style body. But the big news with the Polestar 2 is the price. It's priced from $59,900 plus on-road costs. Now that lines it up directly with the Tesla Model 3, the best-selling electric car in the country. So you get an idea of where they're going with this. But just like Tesla is appealing to buyers of diesel and petrol-powered cars, Polestar wants to tempt people away from that tradition as well. After all, that's where the big volume is. The Polestar 2 is available in 3 main models in Australia. You can get a single motor with either a smaller battery or a long-range battery, or you can get the dual motor, which comes with the long-range battery standard. And it's that dual motor on the top of the range that I'm in now. It's about $10,000 more for that car. Then you can get a bunch of options on top of that. So some extra safety features, for example, some adjustable shock absorbers and some 20-inch tyres, panoramic sunroof, that sort of stuff. So I guess you can spend more if you want to, but certainly the car is priced very keenly. So this being the dual motor, I've got 2 150 kilowatt electric motors, one on the front, one on the rear, 300 kilowatts in total. So when you press the throttle, absolutely no shortage of performance. It really does take off nicely. And it's got that instant response, it's got that torque, that really nice pulling power that EVs do so well. There is one key point with this Polestar 2, and that is it shares a heap with the Volvo XC40 pure electric. Same architecture underneath, same electric motors, same battery. So really you're buying different styling, a different look and different features, and obviously at a different price. But there's one other key difference, and that is the dynamics, the suspension, how it's been set up. Polestar's not going for everyday comfort and trying to be the most luxurious car out there. They're trying to be sporty, they're trying to be more exciting to drive. So that's what they've set the car up for. So straight away you notice it's got loads of corner and grip. It really does pitch into a corner quite nicely. Suspension's also well controlled. This one's on the adjustable shock absorbers. There's 22 different settings. It's sort of set roughly in the middle. You can't go setting it off your center screen or anything. It's a manual adjustment. You've really got to get a dealer to do it. But I guess it gives you that flexibility. You can change the car every time you take it in for a service. Like the Volvo, it's not perfect. So some of the packaging, for example, this transmission tunnel in the rear is pretty full on. So yes, it can carry 5 people. I'm not sure you'd want to be the one stuck in the middle there. You're not going to have a whole lot of foot room. Also, some of the noises. It's a very quiet car generally, but some of the tyre noise, for example, over bumps, it just gets a bit of booming going on. So you're aware that, I guess, those tyres have been set up. They've been chosen for performance, for sportiness, for grip, a little bit more over comfort. One thing that is hard to fault are the materials, the finishes, the attention to detail. Clearly a lot of effort has been put in there, and it's really classy. It is upmarket, and it sort of suits the character of the car, that sort of sportiness, modern, future and tech focus. It works really nicely with it. So there's our first taste test of the Polestar 2. Certainly lots to be impressed about with that car. The way it drives, some of the materials, the finishes, the way it's put together, the technology in the cabin. There's still other things that aren't perfect. The compromises, for example, in starting from an internal combustion engine platform. But you'd have to say this is some of the most serious competition yet that the Tesla Model 3's got. Now we're obviously going to be doing a lot more with this car over the coming weeks. So stay tuned to evcentral.com.au and we'll bring you lots more.